The following podcast contains strong language, graphic violence, and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. You almost did it, Rob. You almost slipped through the cracks. You're not going to slip through my crack.
How about some of that warm nog?
That will slip through my crack.
Four guys and a movie. Four guys and a movie. Tony, Brian, Rob, and Joe reviewing movies for the show. Four guys and a movie.
Yeah.
Ho, 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 everybody. Welcome to the 4 a.m. podcast. The podcast about movies, snacks, and all things nerdy. I'm your head elf, Robalicious Dupree. And joining me are Santa's helpers.
The abominable Tony.
There you go.
Brick Frosty.
Okay. Hot John.
Just no.
You still should say your name at least.
Humbug.
It's minding my business outside as a perfectly good snowman when some asshole threw a scarf on me and dragged me in here.
Dragged me to sentience.
He went kicking and screaming the whole way.
I guess my name's Joe.
All right. And we watched Hot Frosty. Because it's Christmastime. So, 2024. This came out. It's pretty...
Visited by the Crimbus.
Now, I'm assuming none of us here have seen this film before.
Nope. Didn't know it existed.
It is brand new.
Now, Tony, before we get into the specifics of the film, I have one question for Brick.
Okay.
Brick,
Yes.
would you please go to Urban Dictionary
Oh no.
and look up Hot Frosty?
Does this help if I already know what that is?
No, I need Brick to look it up and to read it to all of us.
Why would you do this?
Because
Probably going to be the best part of the episode.
I don't know if you noticed, but I am kind of
A Grinch?
I don't know if I'm a Grinch because I enjoy Christmas.
Asshole.
I'm like a Krampus style creature.
He's getting some sort of Christmas schadenfreude.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm-
he's enjoying us not liking it.
I'm more like
Frosty.
Puck. I'm like a mischievous
You think
sprite.
Oh.
That's true. I'm mostly just called
Hold
asshole.
on. Brick has found it.
Okay. UrbanDictionary.com.
Yes.
Hot Frosty.
Mhm.
A very bold and zesty cup of joe with all of the frothy crema on top. Or semen, cum, or jizz.
What?
As in, she didn't let me stick it inside her, so I spilled my hot frosty on her face.
That's lame. That's just cum.
There's also apparently a Hot Frosty Lincoln, a frozen beard vaguely shaped like a sex toy and smeared with fecal matter.
There you go. That's much better.
Also,
That's more like it.
That's closer to
also
us.
none of those are the ones I knew.
Okay, Tony, what are the ones you know?
I only know the one, which is a very attractive corpse.
Which is what we got towards the end of the film. I guess.
When a guy has butt sex, a bitch outside in the cold, preferably snowing. That doesn't even have proper grammar.
It's Urban Dictionary.
When you have butt sex outside in the cold
starting-
while it's snowing.
Starting to sound like that Power Rangers fan fiction. Tony, tell us a little bit about this film.
Getting a blowjob in the Wendy's drive-thru.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Let's stop it there. I think
Especially one you got off the value menu.
Wait,
The Wendy's at the trucks.
the
The
blowjob?
blowjob.
Yeah.
Value menu?
Yeah.
By the way,
You'd even pay for like the premium one.
Yeah, I'll take a number 12, please.
by the way, in
The
fact,
hooker crosses the driveway from the truck stop to the
fun fact, that little keychain you get for $3 at the beginning here
Yeah.
gets you both.
Oh, okay. All right.
This movie's directed by Jerry Cherratini.
A rabbit with a camera stapled to its little
No,
paw.
Jerry Cherratini. I'm probably saying that
I
wrong.
think that's a Pokemon.
He's been around for a while. He hasn't done much. He did a TV movie called Angel's Fall Christmas, which I imagine is the same thing but with an angel instead of
Awesome.
snowman.
Love it.
He also directed a lot of episodes of Highlander and
Sure.
Forever Night.
Why not?
Oh, wow, Forever
And you
Night.
can really see it in this.
Why? What?
What?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I like both of those shows.
Yes.
That's why you resonated so much with this film.
Oh yeah.
I'm
that's why
just telling
I
you
loved
stuff he
this.
did. I don't know what you want from me.
Wait, was that the director or the writer?
Director.
Okay. Sorry, I was zoning out because I was picturing. I'm like, why would someone write this? And the scenario my mind constructed was Jigsaw captured
No, I
them
never put
and
together the similarity between
put them
Forever Night
in a
and,
death trap
the
where
Highlander TV
they had to write a Christmas
show.
movie
They were
in
very
under a
similar
minute or
format
they'd die.
with the flashbacks.
I feel like the middle school that they filmed in this actually was like a functioning middle school. And
Or,
they
a-
just
or a
like
high school.
yeah, and like they won a competition to write a Hallmark movie.
No one wrote this.
Yeah.
No one wrote this. No one wrote this.
It was
The
AI,
AI
generated.
bot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this could be AI generated.
particularly stupid AI.
Yes.
I kind of
Well,
hope that's the explanation.
I mean, yeah, it's that or like they just like put ideas in a hat and just pulled out whatever and like, okay.
They just have like a random Lacey Chabert generator.
Yes. That's how Hallmark gets it done.
But this isn't Hallmark though.
No, it's the same
This is
thing.
Netflix.
It's the same shit. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't.
Hallmark wouldn't give them the money for it, so they went to Netflix.
No, Netflix is like Hallmark is making bank off of this terrible shit they pump out every year. So I don't have on that. I don't have specifics as to a budget or obviously a gross because it's Netflix and.
We'll just say too
But,
much.
Yeah, generally, from what I found, it is estimated most Hallmark movies cost about $2 million. Most of that money apparently goes to Snow,
Wow.
in one form or another.
Yeah.
Anyway, and like the movies are super fucking cheap. They pump them out like nothing, and they tend to do very well and make them money.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all I got. Really.
Okay.
Again, it's too new, and I didn't have a ton
Joe,
of time.
what does our what is it now? $17 a month Netflix subscription. What does that get us?
Yeah, what's that bringing to the table?
Well,
What boys are
Besides
coming to our yard?
Lacey Sherbert.
Lacey Sherbert.
pardon me while I recall the cast list.
Pardon me while I look this up.
Just a professional
Yeah, sorry about
Hallmark cutie pie, Lacey Sherbert.
Okay, yeah. So you got Lacey Chabert as Kathy
Shebang.
Barrett, Dustin Milligan as Jack Snowman, Chriselle Staus as Jan, and Joe Lou Trujillo as Deputy Sheriff Ed Schatz.
We should probably mention
Hats.
Yep,
Yep.
he was Schatz.
And Craig Robinson.
Craig
And
Robinson.
Craig Robinson gets the worst award.
Correct.
Standalone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are the guys that are in it.
Yeah, there's some other people. They don't matter.
Yeah, they really don't. Like, this
Yeah.
is just, it's just a mess.
I only put Craig Robinson in it because it's not Craig Robinson, but his role is so terrible.
It's
Oh yeah, it's all
It has to
all
be
that's
called
bad. All that's
attention
bad.
to.
It was the lady from Dumb and Dumber who's apparently now a senior citizen.
Oh, Lauren Holly, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that was cool to see.
Man,
I felt good about that.
you get fucked in a car.
At a Wendy's drive-through.
Yeah, by an emaciated horse person. He was Jack, though, so, you know. All right, so Santa Claus showed up, and he brought a bunch of treats. So before we get into the movie proper, we'll get some of these treats out. He wanted me to go into his sack and hand out these little
Oh, it's a Lord
little
of the
prizes.
Rings.
They still have their clearance stickers on them, so just ignore that.
Wait, passing it down. Yeah.
I don't care what I do, whatever. There's,
It
there's
seems
enough
to
for
be the
everybody.
same.
Yeah, it's random. It's like
It's a Lord of the Rings mini grab bag. Thank you, Rob.
Oh,
Thank you.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
Santa
Still doesn't make up
Rob.
for the movie. Well, thank you.
I also have
How did they?
Chips Ahoy Chewy Hot Cocoa Cookies.
Are they actually hot? You pull a string and they heat up.
Yeah,
They're
it's
hot
like
in the way that.
it's like a military.
Yeah.
Was that a movie we
It's like an
watched or a movie
MRE.
I watched where someone wanted to make hot dogs where you can just pull a string and it eats itself?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm taking one. I'm passing it around. I don't know if you're going to want to mess with those right
I
now.
just want to
Yeah.
see which one I got.
Okay.
That's fair.
They take some doing.
Yeah, I will not
Yeah,
be able
wow.
to get into this.
It's like a friggin' project.
Yeah, all right. That's pretty securely ensconced in there.
Christ.
All right, don't die. Get some water.
No, if
Well,
I
I
don't
just-
fully concentrate on that, I'm going to cut myself somehow opening it
Yeah.
up.
That is one of the few times I've seen like the physical representation of that Far Side sketch of the guy, the kid going into the advanced intelligence class but can't figure out the pull door.
Pushing the door.
Kelly, I'll notice
Joe's
yours
smart.
isn't open either there. Don't...
Yeah, because I know it's complicated and I didn't bother. I can get that open in 5 seconds if I wanted.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna toss these right behind you, and then we can help yourselves as you wish.
Okay, we got a hot... Yeah, okay, so you have a knife. That's different.
Yeah. Okay.
That's different.
There's just more project inside the ball.
Don't
Yeah.
need
We probably don't need one, but it does
Yeah,
make
it is all
easier.
perforated, but there are like 10. You literally have to break the
there
7
are
seals.
3 seals.
All right.
Cookie.
Oh, it is perfect.
I have a cookie.
There is cookie.
I also have a cookie. Hot cocoa, hot Carl.
Smells
Hot
like
Frosty.
hot Carl.
Hot go-go.
Smells
Alabama
like a
Hot
hot-
Pocket.
And it's not great. No, it's not bad.
It's okay.
It's okay. What'd you get, John?
I mean, yeah.
Judging from the Elven Shield, I think it's the Elven Greatsword
Okay.
or the Halberd.
This is the kind of cookie. It's not like a cookie I get excited about. This is like I want to feel fat and terrible today.
Yeah.
And just eat a bunch of these.
Yeah, just sit down and eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't want to enjoy myself.
No.
Yeah.
You're like sitting there watching Price is Right or something.
Yeah.
Or hot frosty.
More hot frosty. Just crying and eating these. That said, I do like the middle, like the little chocolate middle part. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, I think I would prefer like just a regular Chips Ahoy around it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
for
this
sure.
has
Oh my
too
gosh.
many
Oh my
chocolates.
gosh. Enough of that. Oh my gosh.
You're the most unprofessional.
We really are, but, hey.
Well, at least it's keeping with the theme.
Right.
Being terrible.
Hot
I
frosty.
suppose.
All right. I have one more thing.
All right.
Oh,
Is this from Santa or is this from Rob?
These are special baby diarrhea cookies.
Oh. There's little hearts.
Little hearts and a little pile of baby diarrhea on each.
Oh, that is a poop.
what?
So it's supposed to be Grinch cookies, but
Oh.
they just look like little green shits.
Yeah.
That's
What? the
It's not
hell
really a
is
taste
happening?
test. They're just sugar cookies, but
So,
I just wanted to unveil them in a dramatic fashion.
so okay. So
Yeah, if
it's
we could get
3
a-
hearts and a Grinch head.
Yeah, because his hearts grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little turdlet.
I mean, yeah, now you mention what it is, it totally makes sense, but it does look like someone really loves green baby shits.
Hot Frosties, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, yes.
And they taste like slightly overdone sugar cookies.
Well, it's a good sugar cookie.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah. I actually like these better than the other.
Oh, yeah,
cookie.
yeah.
How about them?
No, this is the kind of cookie I eat when I want to feel good about myself. I want to enjoy something.
Well, wait till you see next episode's try it thing, test kitchen.
When we find out what definition of hot frosty we will receive.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. All right. So, Hot Frosty.
This thing begins. We watched it with subtitles. 'Cause we kind of have them on default on our TV, and I just didn't bother to turn them off. And it begins with the words whimsical Christmas music.
Yeah, I figured it
Immediate
was.
turn
Yeah.
Yep.
I figured it was whimsical or cheerful.
And there's a hat, like the typical like top hat you'd find on a Frosty. Just playfully dancing on the wind, like
Don't open that.
like a Forrest Gump
That is
sort of feather,
actually a mold. that
and it
is-
flies around
resin.
over the title card,
Has-
and then lands on the ground and immediately gets run over by a truck.
So basically they're saying this isn't your grandma's Frosty the Snowman story with
It
the
literally
magical
says
hat.
that.
And then it cuts to an alarm clock, and our main character gets up. Her house is freezing cold.
What is up with her house? It looks like it's
falling apart.
Well, besides the fact that it's falling apart, it looks like she is too small for it.
Oh,
She
that,
is.
yes.
Like it looks like she's
Lacey
got
Schubert shouldn't be too small for anything. She's a
Giant-
tiny woman.
giant people furniture.
That's what
in
I'm
there.
saying. She
Yeah.
is very small. It's a normal size house, but she is
No,
very.
the house looks too small for her.
What?
No, yeah, Rob's
I'm
saying the
making
opposite.
Everything looked too big.
She looked tiny. Like
Yeah.
Well,
like her bed is
no,
like
her bed looked too big, but her room looked too small. It's all fucked up.
well, the room is small.
It's
Yeah,
all
but
bed
like
is too
she got
big.
off her bed and like the top of the mattress was like at her shoulders.
Yes, but it was also only like 2 feet from the ceiling. That's what I'm saying. Like the whole
Yeah,
thing
it's like,
is just
it's
wrong.
like Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yes.
She's-
Call me Goldilocks. I thought everything was just right.
All right,
No, I don't know.
I'll call you Goldilocks from now on.
All right. See how long that lasts.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I just wrote her house sucks. It's cold. There's a hole in the stairs, which I still don't know how that happens. Because it's not even like the part that you would expect to wear out and break. It's
No,
like
it's just like a hole in the middle of the
Yeah.
step.
like
if it's not braced properly, that could be the part to wear out. But
I mean,
also keep in mind, apparently her husband's been dead for 2 years.
yeah,
This house went to shit in 2 years.
and she doesn't seem to have problems with funds either.
No, that was my thing. I'm like, oh, okay, she must be like super poor. She can't pay
Yeah.
the bills or something. And no,
she's
she's
just too-
financially fine. She just
Too busy and unmotivated to do anything.
Yeah.
with her
The
personal
pilot
life.
light went out
Well,
on
not
her
just-
heater, and she just hasn't turned it back
just
on
can't
or whatever.
read a pilot light.
Not just busy and unmotivated, but we're led to believe that she puts all her energy into helping others and doesn't look after herself. Mm-hmm. That's part of the motivation or the story, as it were, here, because the whole thing about the next person she needs to fall in love with is her.
She needs a handyman, and that was her husband.
That is what that said.
And there's a
shit.
picture
I thought
of
that's
her,
what it said,
her
but I
dead
didn't
husband.
understand it.
Which is an AI generated image of a 50s gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah, these photos are
It looks
terrible.
like fucking Walt Disney standing next to her ass, like, oh, we're.
Then we go to her cafe, Kathy's Cafe. There we meet her chef Isaac, which I don't know if he's in the movie again.
No, but he's
He
like
is.
the only one in this movie with common sense
Yeah.
of any kind.
I think he just ran out the back when they were shooting. He's like,
Well, no, he definitely is in the
be.
movie again because towards the end of it, I made them go back and said, "Who the fuck are those people?" Because they were acting like they were characters, but I couldn't remember, and it was the chef and the waitress.
okay. This girl comes in.
They have names, Tony.
Fat Chat
it's
Champion.
Isaac and waitress. I'm sorry.
She had a name too. She had a name tag.
Yeah, that's fine. I
It
couldn't
said
be
it said
bothered.
waitress.
It said don't bother on it.
But yeah, little girl comes in, Fat Chat Champion or future Fat Chat Champion, gets them chocolate chip pancakes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Make sure that happens, even though they're only served on Sundays. She ain't having that.
Yeah, what's everybody at this table? Where's everybody at on chocolate chip pancakes?
I love them.
Hell yeah.
I'm meh.
Not all the time, but I love them.
Gotta be honest, I'm a bit of a pancake purist myself.
So if they're
Okay.
the peanut butter chips in the pancake, then I'm. Oh,
I'd rather have blueberry pancakes.
blueberry pancakes are good too.
Okay, give me a plain pancake, like plain buttermilk with just like a little crisp around the edges.
What if somebody put strawberries on top?
Get
of it?
that fruit the fuck off of my
Yeah,
breakfast.
He wants no fruit.
No,
even the sugariest of the fruit.
I prefer syrup.
Real syrup
right, but
or
no
any
jam.
syrup?
Real syrup.
Okay.
Just to clarify, that's
There's
your
a
preference.
pancake in his mouth. A man can pretend that's something else.
That's your preference. But like, you never mix that up. You never add anything to the batter or anything like that. Just
Strawberry.
I'll sometimes put a little vanilla, a little cinnamon
Is
in
it?
the batter. That's
Now-
it. That's it.
Contrarily, do you have any food that you have to like dress up, put a bunch of gimmicks on, or you won't eat?
Not off the top of my head, no. I'm pretty basic bitch when it comes to most things. I don't put ketchup on fries.
Wow.
Sometimes I don't even put condiments on hot
Depends
dogs.
on the fries.
Like I'll just raw dog a dog,
Raw dog a dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Slip it
Okay.
through your crack.
I'll Joey Chestnut that motherfucker.
So now we see there's a whole bunch of ice sculptures. And, like the whole town's working on them, and it's way too happy here.
Yeah, they're
Also, 50% of the town apparently amazing ice sculptors.
Yeah, oh yeah.
well,
yeah.
What?
It's because they're simple.
People or the sculpting?
The whole town.
Yeah.
The whole town is a bunch of simpletons.
That makes
I
you a
don't-
good ice
Simpletons are
sculptor?
good at ice sculptures.
Well, I'm just saying, they
That's
all
why
need.
you're good at art?
Yes, they all need.
They're all autistic.
they all
artistic.
Need, they all need a little project to work on. You focus on one thing, and you do it well, and everything else is.
Say it with me, Tony. The views and opinions of Rob do not reflect the
the views.
views.
Whole town is retarded.
Yeah.
Artistic.
No, retarded, full blown, autarded.
Artards. Okay.
So
Rob did not reflect the views.
we then
They're
go to
art
They're
tards.
art tards.
we go to some sort of junk store, consignment shop.
Yeah.
And we meet some couple. They had names. I don't care.
Art and
Old
fart.
one and
One of
old
them
two.
might have been a T.O. or Rudy,
Rudy and Tio.
something like that.
Tio's lovely old couple.
Yeah.
Remember the sweet couple of Rudy and Zumacrum?
And, they're talking about how you got to go out in the cold, go on some adventures, meet some shit.
Good things come when you're out in the cold.
Yeah.
That's a dumb saying. Like, I understand what she means by it. Like, get out of your comfort zone, put yourself out there. But it's a dumb saying. Good
Oh, yeah.
things happen when you're out in the cold.
As she gives her some like secondhand scarf that reminds her of a scarf that she almost lost the night she met her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Or-
go watch that Liam Neeson movie. Was it The Gray, where he's fighting wolves with glass in his hands? You tell him that good things happen when you're out in the cold.
One time when I was living with Matt, he just found a YouTube video of Liam Neeson staring at the camera from like the end shot of Gray. But he, his head's moving and is looping for like 10 hours. And I don't know how long he had left it on, but it was just, I walked by when I woke up and it's just this huge Liam Neeson staring at me.
And you said, good things happen when you're out, in the cold.
Yeah, I was watching this with Brick and my roommate Becca, and we were cozy on the couch under some blankets, and my dog was trying to jump up on the couch. I tried explaining to her that good things happen to you when you're left out in the cold.
Yeah.
Multiple
She was
times.
not buying that
Yeah,
shit.
fuck
No.
that.
Nope, she forced her way in there.
That's what I said to the homeless person outside Walmart
Yeah.
when I was when I went shopping today.
And then Rob got mugged.
Honestly, that's a lot of this movie is like, we had this cute idea for the, whimsical Christmas thing, but it's all terrible advice.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, good things happen. Go out in the cold. Let's ignore science and just go with magic. Like, this is all terrible.
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh,
And
I
they,
know.
So-
they tried to
yeah.
mug me, but they didn't have shoes on, so I was able to outrun them pretty
You
easily.
didn't run.
I didn't have to.
Oh, were they like stuck to the
They
ground?
did not have
basically?
shoes. It was very dirty. A lot of broken glass, like the Gray.
So they were trapped at Walmart, unable to escape the parking lot. Essentially,
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
They were begging me to go buy them shoes, and I told them good things happen. Said I met my ex-wife wearing shoes. So shoes are bad luck.
I met my ex-wife wearing shoes.
What is even happening anymore?
So she gives her a magic scarf.
Yeah, she goes outside, and there's like a bunch of snowmen, and then this one like snow Adonis sculpture there.
I think you're supposed to be the David The pose that he was in with that, where he would have been holding that cloak
could
or
be.
whatever it is. Yeah.
So she decided he looked cold, so she gives him the scarf.
It's like, I don't want this
Yeah.
scarf.
And takes a picture of it. And
That snowman had upsetting nipples. I just
It
want to
did.
say.
I'm
looked
not
like-
going to argue on that one.
They were meant to translate into his real upsetting nipples.
They looked like the Target logo. Like a little
so
unpleasant.
To be fair, I've never tried to make snow nipples, so it might not be that easy. I don't know.
So if you haven't realized yet, the plot of this film it's very paint by numbers.
Thinner than a magic scarf.
So much to the point that Brick was able to determine exactly what was going to happen.
Yep.
And at this point in the movie, he's like, "Oh shit, that's going to come alive." He's like, "Oh shit, that's the movie."
So just
And
like
just
the,
his morale broke.
just like the snowman, Brick also gained sentience.
So you can see like his soul was starting to leave. Like,
Did you kiss him?
no.
The dog did.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Did you bring him outside in the
No,
cold?
Put him
Becca
out-
and I
put him
pointed
out
and
in the
left.
snow?
Oh,
Good on you.
so I got to witness like the morale just drain from Brick watching this. So I did get a little bit of that Christmas Schadenfreude that you're so into there. So now, all right, the Adobe After Effects get booted up and some snowflakes whiz around this
It happens like
snow
immediately.
Adonis. Yeah.
It's like, I thought it was going to happen at like midnight or
Well,
something.
there seemed to. I said this while we were watching. There seemed to be some attempt at a passage of time.
Yeah.
Because you see, like, there's people walking along, and then it just gets quiet, and then a little darker. We don't know what time.
I
or
think
whatever,
it's just a spirit of
but-
evil coming over the town.
I mean, it might
Yeah.
be. I would explain a lot.
So now some old couples walking their Pomeranian, and there's a naked man with a scarf running around. And of course, the old lady's like, "Oh, we have to investigate." The old man like faints in the snow. And
That scarf had a pocket for his dick, right?
yeah.
yeah,
It was just a little double-sided tape. that
So
was
to
stuck
be
in
to be
tubes.
fair, some scarves have pockets for your hands.
yep,
Yep.
I'm dead
yeah,
serious.
no,
Yes, I
you
know.
are correct.
He
I
could have had
know.
his dick in a hand pocket.
Yeah,
My wife does not like when I do that.
Hot pocket.
especially while she's wearing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even more so if it's not one of theirs.
And I'm like, hey, you want some nog?
Until he first started talking like homeless guy outside of Walmart.
So, now he just
Are we done yet?
runs over and leans on a glass window, and the whole fucking thing just shatters and
Yeah,
gives out.
of course, because windows are
I mean-
made out of.
This was made out of
Ice.
sugar glass because he's not cut, so I guess that's how he fell through it so easily.
I don't think even sugar glass breaks that
'Cause,
easily.
yeah. I've seen a fair share of people go through glass panes, and it's always a bloody affair. Like
Yeah.
you're cut
I think this
immediately.
was a paper thin sheet of ice. Actually,
yeah.
Also, I don't know about you specifically, but when I've seen that, they've had clothes on and they're bloody.
Yeah,
You go through it naked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
that's something out of Saw.
Yeah. But instead, we don't even get something out of Die Hard because he's just
No.
walking on this broken glass like nothing.
You could say that the naked Adonis got ripped.
So he steals some coveralls and some galoshes.
Yeah, he steals a pair of dirty coveralls from this consignment shop. Do they not wash the clothes or?
Most consignment shops don't, I don't think.
Like, I feel like that's one of the townspeople's dead husbands like the outfit he died in.
Well, also, the snowman he does not know how to use the bathroom.
This snowman doesn't know a lot of things.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
those
just-
got filthier
But
throughout the
somehow
night.
knows how to talk.
Yeah,
immediately.
again, this is one of those ones where I want to say fuck you because, like, what does he know? What does he not? Because he seems to pick some things up and know things just off the bat. He picks other things up immediately, yet other things just make no fuck. Like, like, why the shoes? I don't even understand why he would get shoes.
So
The glass.
Glass didn't
normally,
seem to be a problem. He's not worried about the cold.
I'm right there with you, Tony. But this is one of the few occasions when I was watching this, I was like, brain, just don't.
Yeah.
And it listened to me.
Yeah, there's only one way we're getting out
He
of
looked
this.
at the billboard of the people
Yeah,
with their winter clothes on. And he was like, oh, when he still only had the scarf, he's like, I'm missing some things.
I got that.
Doesn't
but
explain how he was able to speak, though.
That's just magic. He's a whatever. Well, but why would you? I get him looking at the billboard and be like, "Oh, I'm naked. I need to get the clothes. Whatever." I do follow that, but why would you bother with? It looks like wool-lined boots, which are going to hurt you.
They were galoshes.
Were they just galoshes?
Yeah.
The guy keeps saying galoshes.
Oh, okay, but
they were like
you're also
snow boots.
You like the cold. Why would you bother with
So
the shoe?
I'm going to conjecture that since time passes, he has a full John McClane Die Hard moment in the bathroom of this place. He picks all the glass out of his feet. Then he's like, all right, I guess I need shoes.
Sure. All right.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. Kathy, our main character, finds him the next morning just talking to snowmen and being a crazy person. But he sure is hot. So,
All right.
we're not...
I think we need to all have a little powwow here.
Okay.
do we?
People, on average, in the world, find him to be an attractive man. Your personal opinion is your own to have, but you just gotta accept that.
I mean, it's basically if you took a underwear model, like a Calvin Klein underwear model guy, but then you gave him the face of like a young Bill Nye the Science Guy.
That's fairly
kind of
or a
incongruent.
horse of some sort. Yeah.
A horse is a horse.
Yeah,
Unless of course.
he looked like a skeleton wearing muscle pajamas.
The veins freaked me out, but a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you suck all of the moisture out of your body to be the most ripped you can on camera. Your
Like, every
veins
time-
pop
Yeah.
out.
Becca kept saying he needs to drink more water.
Every time he smiled, his face would just wrap around the back of his head, like he was about to unhinge his jaw and swallow a
Like
car.
the puppeteers off screen were pulling on the strings.
I mean,
Like there was a rat controlling him, pulling like he had a bridle in his mouth.
So he looks uncannily like the professional wrestler Bryan Danielson, and it was throwing me off the whole movie.
Okay.
Also known as Daniel Bryan when he was in the WWE.
also, for anyone that might be listening, he is the guy from Schitt's Creek, or one of the guys from Schitt's Creek.
He's a veterinarian or something.
I believe so. Maybe. I don't know.
Either way, I didn't find him to be that hot.
I mean, I didn't either, but it's not meant for me. So I don't know.
It's just weird. But he does play a very good stupid person.
Old Greg was not there to tell me to make an assessment, so I did not.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just needed to get that out, I guess.
Now we see the sheriff is here, Sheriff Hunter, and he is the worst.
He is legitimately the worst.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be funny that he overreacts and takes his job too seriously, but I'm like, this is the kind of guy that's going to kill someone, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to fuck up being a policeman and kill someone.
Well, that and they're trying to go for a Deadpool fourth wall breaking weird performance.
He's trying to be like somebody from the CSI shows.
Yeah.
This is just not
he
working.
keeps
trying too hard.
He keeps doing the thing with the sunglasses, like the guy from CSI
Yeah.
Miami, and
No, I just realized how sad this is for Joe Lutrulio, because he's Craig Roberts is very much like a shittier version of Andy Samberg's character from that show, and once again he has to play second banana to that person.
So, yeah.
Anyway,
UrbanDictionary.com.
He's
Second
here.
banana.
He's investigating the break-in at the consignment shop.
Alabama Hot Pocket. Looked at that
And-
one.
He
don't.
fucking
no,
the people that run the shop are like, it's not a big deal,
Yeah, we get broken into all the time. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean that glass window just collapses if you breathe on it wrong.
Yeah, everyone in this town, you've seen everyone in this town. It's The biggest thing on the menu at the diner is crayons.
Yeah, he's not the only person falling through a window.
Right.
This
Yeah.
month.
It's like that's why we made him break so easy.
Yeah.
It's just breakaway. It's just breakaway glass now.
Yeah, no. So every week somebody walks through a window.
Yeah.
So we just put in sugar glass and people stop getting hurt.
It's not even glass. It's
like
just dried spray paint.
People can't pick the door out from all the other window panes.
Yeah,
So
they're basically birds.
the
Yeah.
town just crashes through the wall.
Fucking bird flew right into the window of my office today.
Jeez. Well, you got to start doing what they do. Don't even put glass up. Just put wax paper now.
So,
I already have enough birds inside the building. I don't need eight.
so now Kathy here, who has our snowman, who's named Jack, she's talking to him.
We'll
She
call him
decides,
Simple Jack.
yeah, he's decides that he's some crazy
very
wanderer that is freezing cold,
So
and
she-
probably dying of hypothermia.
So she takes him in, of course.
Yeah, I mean he is hot.
Sure.
But
So
she
hot.
takes him to the doctor, and this doctor,
Yeah,
Oh, we're
this
already
is
at
where
the
things
doctor, huh?
really go wrong.
What a woman of science this
Yeah.
doctor is.
This
Yeah.
God.
doctor, after we'll say 8 years of med school, says, I think he might be a snowman.
yeah. So she's using the logic technique of Occam's razor, which is like the simplest explanation is usually the truth.
Is that the
But
simplest
she's
explanation?
fucking terrible at it.
Is that the simplest
Yeah,
explanation?
it's like snowmen don't become people. That's not a whole lot of complicated things have to happen for that.
Also, I don't want to keep, spoiling things and jumping ahead or whatever, but I think I figured out why her husband died.
Yeah.
Because apparently their doctor's like, hey, I think you got cancer, but what if you didn't? Wouldn't that be better? Let's go with that.
Why is my husband laying still and cold? He might be a snowman.
Yeah, maybe he's turning into snow.
Their sheriff sucks.
damn.
Their doctor sucks. This town
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll deal with the sheriff, but dear God, this woman needs to be fired.
I think the doctor at one point just says, "How cool would that be?"
She does indeed say
Yeah.
that. Yeah. At which point you just walk away, just leave.
Yeah, that's what I want from my doctor. How cool would that be if this is what's happening to you?
Yeah, it's literally she says I'm a doctor. I shouldn't believe in magic, but wouldn't it be cool? And it's like, yeah, it would
Yeah.
be, but it's not. Do your fucking job.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be more likely in real life that if a doctor said, "How cool would that be?" it's something you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They'd be excited to see it because it's rare, but you don't want it.
Go home and tell Alyssa, hey, I found a snowman with a penis and he's here with me now.
What?
Do you think she'll be like, yeah, that's what happened? I don't know. He was just falling asleep. I
well,
just needed to wake John up.
She
a
wouldn't
little
put it past me to build a snowman with a penis.
bit. You'd be
so.
like to walk around with you though. Like,
What if you just like gave one of your neighbors a 20 spot to walk in your house naked with you and say, "This was a snowman. I put a scarf on him and he came alive."
I'll do it.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
Oh God! No.
I made a snow brick.
We're
and put
ending
a
this line of
scarf on.
conversation right now.
All right. Oh. So,
$20 is $20.
It was at this point where I realized
I fucked
whoever
up.
wrote this didn't give a shit. I was just like, hey, he's a snowman. We need to move past this. So,
Yeah.
fuck it.
no, I mean, whoever wrote this by this point has finished typing everything into ChatGPT and is just watching the result get spat out.
They're currently licking their monitor.
Yeah. So
Or I should say, they've resumed licking their monitor.
Jack tells Kathy that he trusts her, he's known her his entire life, and that he loves her. And she's like, whoa, 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 don't say that. I wrote Brick's
not for the
morale
reason
has
you
begun to plummet, but I forgot exactly what he did at this point.
He found a magic
There was
scarf.
some kind
and
of
was
noise.
hanging himself.
So she takes Jack home, plops him in front of the TV, and basically is like, you can't go outside. The cops are looking for you. You've committed a bunch of crimes. Plus you're a sentient snowman. You're not ready to be out in society yet.
Nor will you ever be.
Yep.
You're either a sentient snowman or insane Either way, my doctor thinks you're a snowman, so that's not helping.
The doctor, in her medical opinion, has signed on to the premise that if he gets too warm, he will begin to melt.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, of course. Yeah. She is a woman of science.
Because, I mean, he's a snowman, so, I mean, that's the
That
next
follows.
logical step.
Totally logical.
I mean, he has no information on him, so he couldn't fill out anything. She has
Yep.
no idea if he's allergic to any medications or food or has any allergies of any kind, for that
He's
matter.
allergic to fire
So,
So why is he wearing clothes inside all the time then?
because it's illegal to be naked.
I said inside.
Still illegal to be naked in public space.
It's not a public space. If
It's
he's,
the doctor's office.
I'm talking about at her house.
Oh, at her house? I don't know.
Well, he started to when she bought him more clothes.
Oh, that's
that's
right,
right.
yeah.
He unzipped and he was...
She was
and
like,
then
oh,
she
no,
told
no,
him
we don't
no.
do that in front
Yeah,
of people.
she doesn't want to have a snowball fight indoors.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
still, like, why? Yeah.
So, we get a montage of him watching stuff on TV and reacting to it.
Actually, you would want him to wear insulation. Becca brought this up.
Yeah, it would
Because he
trap the cold
doesn't
in.
he doesn't generate body heat.
And you know the first thing that would melt.
Yep.
Little winky.
Those little extremities.
I don't know he has that.
He doesn't either.
I mean,
The old lady that he streaked in front of.
She did seem to think
Yeah.
he did.
that scarf was held firmly in place by
Yeah, I guess that was how they just not something.
Velcro.
wrapped around those jingle bells.
Anyway,
Snowballs.
Well, I already did the snowballs joke.
So Jack decides that Kathy's house needs to be checked for vampires.
Right.
And he is going around the house, basically making sure there are no vampires. He goes in the
'Cause he was
basement.
watching Nosferatu.
Yep.
yeah, fucking right.
And he finds her old Christmas decorations, and he finds out what happened to her husband.
He's down there.
He reads the medical file.
It says he might have been a snowman.
Yeah.
You know, see this would have been a very different, much more interesting movie if his body was actually down there and she was actually a serial killer.
That would have been more
That would have
interesting.
been-
Raised it a lot in my book.
It also would have been more interesting considering the medical advice we get. In this.
I wish
Well,
we got
she was
to
in
see.
on it.
If he was like, how did he die? Well, the doctor said he died of death.
Well, yeah, I was just about to say. I wish we see him looking at the paperwork and saying like chemotherapy and whatever. I wish it panned down and just said, "Well, I think the treatment is give him 2 peppermints in the morning and call me in a week."
Walker told me I have AIDS.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we're getting to that moment.
Needs more exercise.
Oh, that moment's pretty much right now.
Did
Find
she
out.
do an autopsy? Yeah, well, she put her hand on his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out he's full of candy.
She cut into a Build-A-Bear, I think. So Kathy
I
comes
cut him
home.
open. I checked him out, but I couldn't find anything. She just opened his shirt.
Kathy comes home and we find out Jack has the amazing power to learn anything he sees on TV immediately. He is fucked.
All
Like,
snowmen do.
yeah. No, but could you imagine just if you flip through the channels on TV for a day, the things you will learn?
He's just watching Sex in the City and
I said while we we're watching
Game
it,
of
like I hope he
Thrones
doesn't
all
come
day.
across something like Breaking Bad or that school is fucked.
Yeah.
I used to do things kind of like that, but that was before TV stopped having shows on and just turned into a bunch of commercials.
So
Just learn things by watching TV.
It explains so much.
And yet nothing.
So he learned how to make a pizza, and it turns out he almost killed himself trying to eat it.
wait.
What's that?
Do the line, Joe.
I don't know the line you're referencing.
When Lacey Chabert gets home and he's done his research downstairs.
Oh yeah, so we're getting to that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So he's made pizza. He froze his so he could eat it. They both, he's making eggnog, and like it's this happy like, oh wow, like this guy's pretty cool. I have a man in the house moment, and then he's like, what's cancer? Like the record scratch and everything. Like, shit just got real.
Although she surprisingly handles this like a trooper.
He tells her, I went down in the basement looking for. I was checking the house for vampires.
Yeah.
I went down in the basement.
I went rifling through your shit and found medical
I
fires.
was checking the house for vampires.
She was like,
Cancer.
well,
What's cancer?
you didn't rob me blind, so I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah, but like, all right. If I'm in her position, my husband's been dead for 2 years. I put a scarf on a snowman. Next day, some weirdo's saying he is a snowman. The doctor is telling me he is a snowman. He's living in my house. He apparently watched like 3 weeks worth of TV in 5 minutes and learned how to do everything. He's rifling through my shit. I'm thinking I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Yes.
Like, there's something wrong.
Oh, could you imagine what this town's psychiatrist is like?
So I'm thinking the movie I want to see with this is instead of the snowman coming alive for her, imagine the whole town did like a reverse Lars and the Real Girl where they all start gaslighting her to think that the snowman came alive and is her boyfriend.
That
Like they
would
keep
be
like putting it outside her house.
That would be amazing.
Like she wakes up and it's like in the bedroom with her.
Or even just like, if they hired someone to play the snowman, like she needs a man. Let's just we'll fake her out. We'll make her
that
think it's
would
magic.
be even
They'll
better.
fall in love.
I could see that being directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Hire a gigolo to
Yeah.
impersonate a snowman.
Whatever.
So we
This
learned
guy, he needs a green card. She needs a man. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. So now we learned that Jack does not like the oven. And the next day, he learns from TV how to fix a roof. And he sees that there's a leak in the roof. So he's going to take his shirt off and climb up on the roof in December and just, start going to work. And, Lauren Holly comes driving by and just sees this shirtless hunk on the roof and crashes her car into the snow. And this overly sexy tune starts up, and we have a car sex scene where he's pushing the car out of the snow.
Yeah, I mean, we have to clarify what that means,
Yeah.
obviously.
And she's reacting like he's giving it to her,
Yeah.
and he's reacting like he's giving it to her.
So, there's nothing better than watching a person that smiles like a xenomorph humping the back of a car with a 60-year-old thirsty soccer grandma in it.
So I the other day I saw this I was watching a podcast from the Dead Meat channel, and they were doing Fuck, Marry, Kill, but it was Fuck, Marry, or Get Killed By, and it was all horror movie monsters.
Oh.
And one of them, I forget what the other two monsters are, but it was the car from Christine. And he's like, well, I can't fuck a car.
Yes,
And
you can.
then
Sure you can.
that's what popped into my head when this scene happened.
Cameron Diaz can tell you all about it.
Yeah. So, basically, yeah, she basically like has an orgasm right there after he gets her out of the snow, and she's like, all right, you got to come over my house. And he's like, well, I can't because Kathy told me, I have to stay, in this house. And she's like, well, I've known Kathy her whole life. She wouldn't mind if you came over. I got a light that you need to hang. And
if you know what I mean.
yeah, I got to get all the other old ladies, and we're just going to oogle you while you do work. And that's basically what happens for the rest of the day. And he gets dropped off at the diner.
Also, am I nuts? Like, because he's not a particularly tall guy, right?
I don't know. I mean, because the actress he's next to is really
Yeah,
short,
very
so it's
short.
hard to tell.
Just because when he hangs that light, it is at shoulder
It's very
length.
low, yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
I think it was a light that's meant to go over like a table.
Yeah, it
But there wasn't a table.
wasn't it.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it
it right
seemed like
behind
in
a
the
couch
hallway,
though? Maybe
yeah.
for like reading.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It does. Yeah, because I think you commented
Yeah,
when we
it's
were
too
watching
low.
that it's
Yeah,
too
it's
low.
too
Oh, he's like my height. Yeah.
All right, so he goes to the diner.
He looks much better with a beard.
He just steals someone's ice water and like drinks a bunch of it and just pours the rest down his pants and or down his shirt.
I do the same thing.
Yep. And what even happens now?
He pours eggnog down
The
his-
sheriff shows up. and he's like saying something to them, and then the sheriff's Deputy Schatz, is like, "Speak up! He can't hear you through the glass," and that got a laugh out of Becca. And then he comes in and he sees that Jack is eating ice. So the sheriff has to eat ice in some sort of macho
Just
ice eating
this
contest.
Very awkward.
It's a good old fashioned tart off.
And then I like the sheriff's trying to do some investigation here. He's trying to have a conversation with the guy, and he just walks away. And I'm like, Sheriff, you're well within your rights to say, like, I'm not done with you.
Yeah, you can
like,
detain him for questions.
You're in public. Like, I can detain you.
He could, but
He sucks. Yeah. So he says to Kathy that he's got a job now. He's gonna help decorate for a school dance, and Kathy's like, "You can't do that. You have to hide in my house."
And watch TV.
Yeah, and they have some sort of fight where he's like, I'm gonna do it regardless of what you say. And
yeah, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, why is she all possessive of this guy all of a sudden? Like,
Yeah.
she's not. She's made it clear she's not interested in him.
well, I think
See-
she's just trying to look out for him.
Again, the movie could have gone in a very interesting direction if she actually had previously killed her husband, and now she was going to start getting all like possessive over this guy, breaks his knees.
Unfortunately, that's not the case.
No.
So did they still fall in love at the end? But to still end the same way, the movie.
It's like
No.
what's that thing with a kidnap hostage kind of person?
Stockholm syndrome.
yeah.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
So at
thinks
the,
that
at the end it should be her in jail and the whole town comes to bail her out. Like, we don't care.
at least she got a man.
We
Yeah.
don't care if she killed her husband. She,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
found
has the
love
diner.
again.
she found love
She's
again.
in love.
Yeah.
She learned the power of self.
Nobody asks him if he's actually in love. They don't worry about that.
That's all right. He's dead by the end of it.
Directed
So-
by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, she sees that he's fixed the roof and he's decorated for Christmas, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
And he fixed the stairs.
Yeah, he put a new stair in.
He replaced the entire ceiling, apparently.
Yeah. She's like, "Okay, I'll let him go decorate the school," and we get the montage of him like getting the school dance ready, and she comes and picks him up, and,
Bonding with the chillins.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is great.
Call it that.
and
Which is great.
she comes to pick him up. They have a discussion about love, and she's clearly in love, but she's like, "No, I'm not in love. We're friends or whatever." And then Jack has committed credit card fraud because he
Yeah, but it's fine.
yeah
It's totally good.
he figured out he could order things from the internet
Right.
on her computer. So
Yeah.
he ordered a new pane of glass for
Sure.
to replace the one that he fell through.
And I mean, he would need to get tools and stuff to replace the stairs and like he'd have
No,
to.
there were
Well,
tools.
those
Yeah, we
were
don't
her
know how
husband's
many
tools.
she had.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, like okay.
Yeah,
He was a
had
handyman.
That looked like Norm Abram made a new brand new fucking step for that thing. Like
I mean, yeah,
Maybe the husband had built the step.
I can tell you this though, her credit card company sucks ass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they should have been like, yeah, you haven't bought anything in like 5 years and suddenly spent $8,000. Like, what the hell's up?
Excuse me, ma'am. Did you buy 300 packs of roofing shingles?
Well, I guess if it's a business credit card,
True.
Oh,
yeah.
maybe.
Still,
Some-
it wouldn't
so
have
some
been
nice
used in
light-
2 years.
Like
I mean-
business fraud. On it.
I see what John buys with the business credit card. It's
Oh shit.
you could get whatever you want.
Oh shit.
The glass, though, you would have had to have gotten the numbers off the side
I'll send you
to
my,
know what kind
send
of
you my wish
replacement
list.
to get.
So either way, he goes and he runs into the consignment shop and he's like, "Yeah, I totally fell through your window and I was naked, so I stole the clothes." And they're like, "Yeah, okay, that's cool. You're fine. You needed them more than we do. That's fine."
Which I mean, to some
that's really
extent,
nice,
is like,
you know.
yeah, that's fine. Like he at least apologized and was like, he was like, I stole more things to replace the glass for you.
Yeah. Well,
Like I bought it, kind of, the same way I kind of bought your clothes.
So he
I'm kind of a man.
he has a very awkward conversation with Deputy Schatz about, how to kiss a lady and, how to know and
I
how to dance. And
wanted them to kiss so bad.
I wanted them not to so bad.
No. If there was going to be one kiss in this damn movie, I wanted it to be Joe Latrulio and this horseman.
I also kind of wish they both went and practiced on other snowmen.
That would have been a good touch.
No, I wanted to see Joe's little pug nose get enveloped by his fucking mouth as he just wraps it around his whole head. Slowly consumes his
He
body.
would eat him.
Like Venom.
so now Jack, he listens to one of the kids at school ask another kid to the dance. And he's like, oh, shit, I could do that with Kathy. I'm going to go do that.
I can do the cool thing.
And then Jack just goes to the police. He gets his picture taken
Voluntarily. Very
Yeah.
ignorantly.
And then the sheriff's like breaking the fourth wall, talking to like the camera about how he's going to get this guy and whatnot. And Deputy Schatz walks in and he's like, who are you talking to, Sheriff? He's like, I was talking to Christmas, to no one. And
Monologuing, damn it.
yep. And then that's when Deputy Schatz gives him the all the date advice.
Teaches him to dance.
Yep. So he asks Kathy to dance now. Jack, not Deputy Schatz. And they go on a shopping montage, so you get to see this handsome man in a bunch of different clothes.
Oh my
That
god.
was totally rip on.
That's Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
And they played the
Including
Pretty
the
Woman song.
Yep.
And the little clap thing, whatever.
Closing the little jewelry
Fire up
box.
the Roy Orbison. It was either that or I'm too sexy.
Yep. I'm glad they didn't do that,
Yeah.
but it's just as bad.
Well, how about, what if they did some I'm sexy and I know it?
No.
Dust off that old chestnut.
So you
No.
could, yeah, like that would at least
or
be different.
how about some 9 Inch Nails?
Which one? March
Take
of the
your-
Pigs.
Take your pick.
Closer.
Closer was
Closer.
my thought, yeah.
That's too obvious. March the Pig.
Yeah, Slave Scream. Yeah.
Are there any, are there-
Again, if we're doing that, I'm way more invested already.
Yeah. Or Happiness and Slavery. That's the name of that song. Anyway,
are there any songs explicitly about fucking snowmen?
not that I know of in the Nine Inch Nails catalog.
We didn't get A Baby It's Cold Outside in this movie.
No.
Yeah.
No, that
we
got
didn't get much
canceled.
Christmas music at all, which I'm thankful
How
for.
did that get canceled?
What, Baby It's Cold Outside?
She knows what's going on.
That is.
There's nothing unsavory happening there. She knows.
For sure. She's just asking what's in this drink.
Because she
We're there.
knows. She knows.
It'd be a great edit.
If
of
it was
this
sung by
movie.
Bill Cosby, that would be one thing, but...
So,
It'd be a great edit of this
Baby!
movie. If instead of the actor for Jack every time, it's Rob Zombie,
What?
why?
and all of the music is like Nine Inch Nails. And
No, how about they...
What the fuck? Are you talking
How about we take out the snowman and just make it the Munsters? Rob Zombie's the Munsters.
Please
Yeah.
don't.
On a shopping trip. That would actually be worse to watch.
At some
Not by
point,
much, but yes.
That's going to be our next Halloween movie.
God damn you.
at some point during this, the
Don't give me
dog pitched a
big
fit
Santa.
and had to be let outside. So I paused the movie and gave Brick a pep talk because at this point, he looked like he wanted to die.
Yeah, I'm with the dog.
I think the dog just wanted to get out of the room. I think at this point we saw there was only like 20 something minutes left. I'm like, Brick, you could do it. You've gotten this far. I think he was plotting how he could hang himself with his beard.
hadn't thought of that.
You're welcome, Brick. So, turns out Jack has also committed credit card fraud and bought her this fancy snowflake necklace. So you get the token, he has to put the necklace on her shot. And they go to the dance. He shows some other kid how to dance. It's a cute scene. And then they do a synchronized dance number. And then Jack's overheating, so they got to go outside. So Kathy starts giving him the cold rubs. And
What are the cold rubs?
she's rubbing them to help him get cold.
That's not how that works.
Yep.
No, it was the other way around. They went outside so that he's cold, and now he's fine, but she's just wearing the dress.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her coat, and he goes to rub her to warm her up, and she's like, "This would be great if you actually."
Oh,
had
that's
body
right.
temperature."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by
I
the
will
cold
give
herbs.
them credit, for stuff like that where, it's the kind of thing where it makes sense
Yeah.
why they would be doing that,
So
but it doesn't work.
Did his hands melt? I'm sorry. This is when I was making cookies, so I
Oh.
kind of missed a little bit of this.
No. She leans in to kiss him,
Okay.
as Deputy Schatz said she would, and he dodges it. He just leaves her hanging there.
Okay. Because in my head,
He
Yeah.
just does a tuck and roll.
I'm picturing Arrested Development when Buster and Oscar are trying to give each other shoulder massages at the same time.
I don't
dear.
remember that.
It's a good time.
So
Is this at the point when Buster had a hook for
Yes.
a hand?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So, now Jack, he's like, I'm gonna die soon, Kathy, and I'm scared to hurt you again. So we're just gonna hug it out. I don't want you to fall in love with me, and then I'll die. And then we just cut to Kathy's diner, and everyone's there to see Jack, and you know,
Which is
if
funny
they
because
were
that's,
having a
that's
great
the
time
same,
on Christmas Eve.
same text I sent to my wife while we were watching this movie.
What's that?
I'm gonna die soon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Don't want you
I
to
don't
fall
want
in
you. Don't love me. Don't fall in love.
Which also, this is something that I know has been brought up in another place before.
And she said, "Don't worry, I won't."
Okay. I do want to know, like, what is the percentage of, like, office parties, in this case, a school dance, a diner get-together, whatever, that happen on Christmas Eve? Is that really a common thing, or is that just
I know-
movies?
Their diners have Christmas Eve dinners.
And,
Sure. Oh, sure.
And it's possible when that was literally the whole town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it could just be like it's a small enough town.
But that is also just like,
Yeah.
it's the whole town, but like, do none of you have actual families? Like, what the
no,
fuck?
like it's one of those towns where nobody escapes.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, I mean, it's more likely in a small town like that it would be taking place at the church, where they're having
Yeah.
Christmas Eve service.
So this
and a
is
potluck.
Netflix, not Pure Flix, so they don't do that shit.
So the sheriff, using his detective abilities, found a camera on the ATM across the street from the consignment shop and figured out that Jack was the one streaking.
Figured out that the one new person in town is the unknown person.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
causing
Normally,
trouble.
if there's a crime, that'd be like the first thing that they check.
Yeah.
Fucking John Rambo, run him out of town.
Yeah.
Just wanted a damn
Again,
sandwich.
To be fair to the movie, he does say there. He does make a comment about all the other cameras in town got dodged, but he didn't realize until just now that there was a camera. On the
Could you
ATM.
imagine this movie if the
only-
sheriff was Brian Dennehy from Rambo? And that's the first thing he did. He just
And if
saw
Hot Frosty was sliced alone. Yeah.
Oh no!
Like current day
Just-
slice.
No,
Instead
no.
of a scarf, it was like a gay poncho.
That's right. It's no, my poncho's not gay. It's just festive.
See, I was thinking it would just be the ammo belt. Either way, he just on sight takes him to the edge of town and leaves him there.
Darryl shows him the picture from the ATM. Is this your Stallone cut, pal?
It's my veins of tangy mayo. Anyway,
All sweaty fingers.
God, I'm gonna throw up.
okay, so the sheriff was just hiding in the bathroom apparently, and everyone points that out, and he has like a little whining fit because everyone's like he's trying to serve the public good, and everyone's ungrateful. And he's like, "I'm arresting you, Jack."
Too hard.
And everyone's like, "He's a snowman. He's gonna melt in the policeman." And everyone's just like, "Yeah, okay."
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, the doctor said so.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Again,
Yeah.
this is one of those things where it is just like a. We don't have a real answer for this, so just fuck it. 'Cause
I
she
mean,
says,
Neil
you-
deGrasse Tyson said it, so it must be
Yeah.
fucking true, man.
She literally, Lacey Chabert is like, you all just buy that, and they're all like, yeah, of course. Like,
These people
fuck
get
is wrong with you?
these people get to vote.
Yeah.
How do you think
Yeah.
the sheriff got in office?
Yeah.
I need. Never mind.
So, so bail is set at $2,000, and he's going to spend Christmas in jail, which Jack is not going to survive that. So the town gets together, and they're pooling their money along with everything that
And they
Kathy
kill
took
the
out of the
sheriff.
designer.
Take him out.
The diner safe. Yeah, this is like a reverse lynch mob. Like they want the person in jail, but they're going to comply by the letter of the law to get them back.
Give us Barabbas.
So they're like $10 short, and the sheriff's son comes by to make up the difference.
Okay, hold on a damn second. At no point is there any indication that this sheriff is married, has a girlfriend, is desired by anyone in this town. We don't see his spouse anywhere.
His wife was killed by a snowman.
Yeah, I'm getting...
That, like, if they had explained that, I would have been okay. Sure.
I am getting strong feelings of this is a single dead situation.
His wife killed in the bath by Jack
What if-
Frost.
What if you see a montage of him standing on his porch and his wife's making a snowman, and she's waving to him and he's waving to her,
And then
it pans out and you see she's an idiot and she's just making it in the middle of the road, and an 18-wheeler like plows into her.
I would honestly prefer it if Suburban Sasquatch showed up.
Oh yeah,
I was just gonna say this is probably just for you, but just imagine the scene from Suburban Sasquatch.
That's exactly what I'd
Where he runs, same thing. That sheriff had to leave town.
throws a big cartoon net over it, but it doesn't work. It's too wavy. Doesn't stick.
John,
So, yeah.
save me.
So and Blake has a son, son that is, as far as we can tell, like normal. You know,
He wasn't normal.
considering the rest of the townsfolk, he was normal.
Pretty normal.
he had some sick kid and play hair.
He was.
All right.
He was.
Well, two things with that.
All right. So I made a joke. He was less Miles Morales and more Fruit by the Foot Morales.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Maybe $5 foot long Morales.
That's it.
That
right
seems
there.
pretty apt.
That's
All right.
it.
Well, two things.
But he seemed relatively put together considering the rest of the town.
All right. So Lacey Chabert comes with what money she can get to try and bail him out. And he seems like have a look of shock on his face and looking past her. This is just before the rest of the town comes.
Yep.
I was really hoping the rest of the snowmen were coming to life and going to bust him out. I had a
That would
moment.
have made a great movie.
Yeah, I had a moment where I was like, "Oh, are you going to redeem yourself?" But no, it's the town.
That would have been pretty great if she just like grabbed the scarf and started putting it on all
Yeah,
the
or something,
snowmen
you
or
know.
whatever. Like
Or-
all those crazy
Or they've
animals
all
and
been
shit they
plotting.
do.
He's like, "Oh, you're a spy or whatever because you don't have fingerprints and all that." Like, "Oh, he was a spy for the snowmen. They're rising up."
Yeah,
something.
I'm pretty sure that would have cut into the plot of Red 1, so they couldn't.
See, I wanted
No one
this
will
to be.
know.
This is the point when the town has just finished gaslighting her into thinking
I'm gonna watch
that
Red One.
that the
Sure you are.
snowman's real, and she's just bought into
porn.
it. And the sheriff is the only person in town who's like, I can't let this happen.
Yeah.
I've got to do so. So he arrests the snowman just to get her away from it.
I'm pretty. Well, no, he's pretty sure that the guy is just a con
Yeah.
man. Like, I don't know what's happening here, but this is not adding up,
so
guys.
the town is coming to like basically the bust him out, and this is the part where he, instead of like, his heart warms up and he like lets the snowman out. He just decides, all right, she's happy, thinking that this obvious con man's snowman.
If you
No,
don't do
but
this, she'll
Yeah.
kill herself on Christmas.
But that's when it all starts, like all the flashes start to come by in her head where she's like, oh my God, he spends all day in my house spending my money. I've told him not to talk or be around any other people. He does, like, no one else knows he's here. He could leave at any time. He needs to go
might
outside
be a
constantly
figment of my
to get
imagination. I don't know.
cooled off.
The other thing was I was crossing, and they were so close. They were so close on this one. I was really crossing my fingers that they were going to pass her on the hat and still come up short, which they did.
Yep.
But it was only like $25 or whatever.
It would have
and
been great if
his
it was like
kid put some money
$6 in the
it.
hat.
So this now causes the sheriff. He realizes
Wait, we passed her on this hat, and
There's
it's
less
less
money.
than we started.
someone just stole it.
That would have been great.
You just see one of the townsfolk running in the back.
Yeah, we thought that by the end of it as well, because jumping around a bit here, but like he does eventually like have a change of heart and he gives the money back.
Well, that happens right here.
Yeah. But he hands it to his son. We're like, he's just gonna wink at him and his son's gonna run off with all the cash. Run.
So, all right, now they drag Jack out, and he's significantly melted. It would have been great if he was just a skeleton with some snow on him at this
That's
point.
kind of what he looks like.
This was the
though.
other thing I said. I'm immediately giving this 5 stars if he has the same fate as the dude in X-Men. Jelly puddle.
A puddle with a scarf in it.
Or he was, if he looked like the proxy or the duplicate from the D&D movie.
Oh, for the undead guy?
Yeah, he just starts glitching, like
Now-
parts of him start falling off.
All right, so everyone knows this ending because you've seen it a million times. True love's first kiss brings it back to
Sure.
life. Could we have at least got the reverse melting effects from critters to see him like come to life or something? That would have been cool.
Or could we have somebody sit Lacey Chabert down and be like, okay, he's only mentally developed was it 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks? Like he's literally a 2 week.
No, the town psychologist is sitting there like, you should fuck that
He's an
snowman.
adult man.
Just go wild.
Oh, yeah. Also, to be fair,
Wouldn't that be cool?
Again, the town doctor is like, "What the hell do you want me to do here?" And it's like, I don't know, anything. You're a fucking doctor. Like, at least don't call him dead until you've checked his pulse.
They should have started.
Try some CPR.
Yeah, they didn't even like throw snow on top of him to
no.
cool him down. No.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we don't have a defibrillator for a snowman.
Yeah.
How do you know, asshole?
Yeah.
Try kicking him in the balls then. Do something.
But
Do something.
They should have had an opening scene of this, like with her and her girlfriends playing like, "Would you bang a hot retard?"
Okay.
Never mind.
So
No, yeah, this whole movie, this whole movie does suffer from one of a number of problems I have with that with Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Where I get it, it's a joke. What, you haven't seen it? Okay, but Chris Hemsworth plays the like kind of the fill-in for Janine. He plays the receptionist.
Yeah.
And the joke is he's just a himbo. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
But they take it to a point where at some point in the movie, I'm like, no, it's not okay to date him anymore. Like he is not mentally sound to be a romantic partner for anyone.
he's not a
in this
consenting
movie.
adult.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
part where you're like, oh, that's a loud noise and you cover your eyes. No, like you cannot date this man.
But at the same time, he was probably born in the proper year that he should have.
Well, yes.
He had
Yes.
time to develop.
Yeah.
And
Well, that makes
you know,
this
He
one.
just did.
In my
did.
opinion, that makes this one a bit more lenient on this one because at least he has the excuse of I've only been alive for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the FBI is coming to seize all of her hard drives. That's all.
That's okay. The repo men came long ago. They got all that shit
In
already.
fairness, also a lot more fraud has to be committed. This dude flew on an airplane.
Yeah.
He,
they
had to get him a social security number and some other documents.
Well, again, to be fair, they have a plane ticket. We don't see what happens. I'm guessing they never got into the airport.
See, I want there to be a sequel
Oh, there will be.
where it shows what happens when he goes to Hawaii.
I wish.
Now,
Or no, I don't.
We
This
don't
is
know.
terrible.
Those could have been cruise tickets.
Maybe. I don't know.
My
Either way,
guess is
Yeah,
that's
either way,
for
I'm sure they-
Mr. and Mrs. Joe Latrulio.
on Christmas morning, she fixes the heater,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this
and then
he
they
gives
go
her
to
a-
Hawaii.
He gives her a book on like house repair and says,
Yeah.
"I realize the next person you need to love is you." And
And I'm gonna die soon because cancer.
Yeah. So, they that ends the movie. There's a blooper reel that is full of not funny bloopers, and what's Darryl's actor's name?
Craig Robinson.
Craig Robinson and the Deputy Schatz
Pizza Hut guy.
do a song about how there's no room for crime in Cold Springs, and it will stay with you. It's literally like the only thing about this
Like a
movie I
crime.
remember.
Bacon,
Also,
bacon,
just
I'm making the
before we
movies.
even get to that, just as a final fuck you, they do play Coldplay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Coldplay, Fallen in Love. Every word there matches.
And old ass Dick Van Dyke comes out shaking his skeleton at you.
I wish.
Yeah, that's the movie. Hot and frothy,
Yep.
just like we all were at the end.
Oh, yeah. Just roiling in it.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah. So, yeah, believe it or not, currently at least on Rotten Tomatoes, critics gave this a score of 81%.
What the fuck?
Audience gave this a score of 52%.
That's still too
I
high.
am shocked by both of those. I mean, yeah, it's anyway. But that's their thoughts and opinions. Well, what about you and yours, Brick?
There are many opportunities in this movie where if it had turned into one of those, haha, this is a Hallmark movie, it's actually a horror movie, where it just did an about face and went like real dark for the rest of the movie, that would have been great. None of that happened. So I don't have anything else that I could say that's good about this movie. I give it a D-. This is actually really close to that movie that I hate. Can't remember the name of right now.
Osmosis Jones.
Osmosis Jones.
Wow,
Thank you.
okay.
It's really close to that.
You don't ever give. Anyway,
That's amazing. It's like so amazing to me that that's your bar, Osmosis Jones.
Well, because I haven't
still
seen
hasn't seen
Garbage
a
Pail
lot.
Kids.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fair.
So, what about you, Rob?
Oh, this was just up and down garbage. It's a terrible film. It's derivative. It's so poorly written and nonsensical. Am I gonna recommend it? I'm gonna say no. But at the same time, I personally didn't hate watching it. I think it was because I had people with me and because I'm built for this shit. I didn't hate the experience, but I would not recommend anyone else do it.
And also, yeah, just to clarify, you said no on the record.
Definitely
Yes.
do not recommend
Okay.
this movie.
It's almost an Osmosis Jones for him, Tony.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I
Well,
like to
to
have
be
the
sure,
words
yeah.
specifically said.
Yeah.
All right, John.
This is exactly the kind of movie that I don't give two shits about and would never have touched had it not been for this fiasco. Do not recommend. I didn't hate it. Like, it didn't make me straight up angry watching it the way some other things do. But yeah, I'm dead inside.
Okay, Joe.
Unrelated to the film.
I was wondering. I was like, yeah, is that... I'm dead inside. It has nothing to do with the movie.
So this didn't bother me as much as I think it bothered most of the other people at the table. But I think there are a lot of extenuating circumstances here. One, this is a movie that I would never watch, and I would absolutely avoid. And normally, what makes me angry with movies is like this should have been cool, and you fucked it up. As opposed to this movie where it's like, you've seen this movie before. Act 1 of this movie is
Yep.
different from other movies, but the other two acts it's the same story
Yep.
that you've seen before. And I know several people that like this movie. I watched it with my roommate Becca and Brick hated it. And, Becca was enjoying herself. I wouldn't say she loved it, but she was definitely having a good time. And so I think I enjoyed because I don't like to say I'm great at predicting what's going to happen in movies, but years of telling stories have gotten me pretty good at predicting what's going to happen. So I was enjoying watching Brick get to do that, because this was kind of like an easy mode one where Brick's like, oh god damn it, this is going to happen now. And so I think I was enjoying the watching experience more than I should have. That being said, I would not recommend this movie, but I don't think it's a bad movie. I think there's an audience for this, and
It ain't
they
us.
would enjoy it, but it definitely ain't us.
No.
Yeah, I think this movie is done well for this type of movie, which is not a type of movie that I want to watch. So yeah, I won't recommend it, but I'm not going to say it's like an absolute failure or whatever.
Because you know what? Good things happen
when you're out,
when
in,
you're
the
out in the
cold.
cold.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna give it an F. I'd give it like a D. Like a frozen cold D. Like it's not hot at all. Like you're not turned on. You're just
He was
giving
giving
it the cold D. We got
yeah.
it.
You're
you
just
got it.
just pressing it on her.
He was giving Lacey Chabert that cold D.
Like maybe even just like a tap it on her shoulder just to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Someone else go.
I think you do.
Just waiting for you to stop. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Well, it's funny because you mentioned the first half of this movie is unique, but even that's not. It might be to you because you're not as familiar with this kind of like Hallmark horseshit. But
Yeah.
I think it's them.
It's just
I don't
Frosty
know.
the Snowman.
Well, not just that, but like they just had the whatever that one with the knight that comes to the future and falls in love with Lacey Chabert.
Oh,
or
yes.
other Lacey Chabert.
Yes.
Whatever.
More different Lacey Chabert.
My wife watched that one. I
Yeah,
did not
it's
see that one.
like this is part of a formula. They switched some things up. Good for them for that. And I will admit, like there are parts of it that are way better than they deserve to be. There were some jokes that actually got me. Like I even just the at one point they're eating cookies and she bites the head off a snowman and he looks at it worried, like stuff like that. I kind of like. But this is just so formulaic and nonsense, and it's just definitely not for me. So I wouldn't recommend it. I do.
John is melting.
This is not my own joke, but I did want to just throw this in because on something, someone put this as like they pointed out rightly that this is basically a 30 Rock joke. Where they're like, it's called Hot Frosty Lemon. It's going to kill a woman over 35 who've fallen into debt on their Chipotle credit card. And that sounds about right.
Yeah. I could see that being a 30 Rock joke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of fitting for this movie. It's for that demographic, essentially.
Fair.
Not us. So, yeah, not going to recommend this movie.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Maybe if you want to watch it with friends and have a laugh, but it's not
It's
really
not
worth
easy
that.
to have a laugh at. It's just
Yeah, it's not even that great for that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think if I did watch it alone like I usually do, I probably would have been more angry.
Yeah. Brick, would,
Oh,
you,
I'm
would you give John True Love's Kiss, please, so he can come back to life?
I want to live to
Well,
see
John
tomorrow.
will come back to life for a brief moment to just murder
me.
Brick.
Listen, I'm willing to take that chance.
Are you
On
willing?
Brick's behalf.
Are you willing to clean Brick off of all of the Legos in this room?
He's gonna be in the crevices of
Everything.
Transformer.
or are you willing to just move this along so we can stop?
Yeah, I guess that
Okay,
too.
there we go.
Whose turn is it to roll? Who rolled last?
Joe rolled last.
Yep.
So John, then.
No, I believe that would be you.
No, I rolled not long ago.
I rolled. I forget what monstrosity it was, but it wasn't that long.
Yeah, I think I just rolled.
Yeah, you were going that way. Or
Yeah.
We're going this way?
Yeah, I think
Going-
that sounds right.
That's your doing, my friend.
clockwise.
Yeah.
Hold
So
on,
it is
hold
you.
on, hold on.
I felt like I rolled really Give me that sack.
Do you have it?
Tony's actually consulting the records.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good call. I don't want to taint these dice before I know for sure.
Yours has gold around it, Joe.
I have elven writing on
Joe is
mine.
opening his golden ticket there.
Didn't John have that as well?
Do I,
Yeah, they all have that.
do I have to cast it into the fire first to read
You
it?
might. It's like a project. I
didn't
got
have
one and I
gold
screwed it
around
all
mine.
up.
There should be a little perforated.
Yeah,
strip.
there were pull tabs for the other ones.
That one's got
There
right
it is.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your mold.
We're doing this now, or what?
No.
that's not
What do you got, Tony?
Okay. So yes, John rolled.
Is that
got
Narsto?
Sting.
Sting.
Okay.
And a ring.
John rolled Fantastic Four,
Okay.
and Joe rolled Small Soldiers.
Okay.
That means next would be you.
All right.
Unless we want to skip you because you made us watch this.
That's fine if you want to do that.
Question
roll?
is, Tony, do you want to be responsible for the next movie? Or you just want
sure?
Rob not to
I
be
mean,
responsible for the next movie?
Yeah, if you roll a 20 or a 1, we got it.
That's basically
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
shit.
Easy on our
Yeah,
hands.
it's a crapshoot either way. So just
Yep.
you know.
All right, I'm gonna go with the red. I'm gonna go with the red one this time. Neil Breen. It's a 9. Okay, all right. 9 is Coming to America.
Why is this on the list?
Why not?
It's one of those, like, it's a close to perfect movie. What are we really gonna say? Like,
Listen, I'm not in charge of
yeah.
putting things on the list. So, that is our festive holiday style episode. We want everybody to have a good everything.
Merry holiday.
Merry holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Good Yule.
Erect your Festivus pole.
Yeah, put your tree, get your nog all over your chins, and
Enjoy your hot frost.
yeah, enjoy your hot frosties. Give each other a
Hot Frosty.
Cold Dickens.
give each other a Charles Dickens chocolate Christmas star. Frankincense
Rick, look that one up on Urban Dictionary.
and,
Please don't.
and myrrh. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time for Coming to America. Peace.
Adios. If you don't end the episode, he's actually going to look it up.
I'm just
I
gonna
am
leave this
looking it
alone.
up. There's nothing funny about. Oh, Charles Dickens, an asshole author who saw into the future and wrote shitty books.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
That's UrbanDictionary.com.
Fuck you, Urban Dictionary. Bye. Hey everybody, thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, and if possible, leave a review. If you have questions, comments, or would like to sponsor an episode, email us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to support the show, you can buy a t-shirt, hoodie, and more at Teespring. Or gain access to exclusive content by becoming a patron at patreon.com/4ampodcast. Thanks again for listening. See you next time.